What's up, guys? This is part 7 of I Exposed Bricks and Minifigs with an interview with we're reacting to an interview with a trial lawyer that and MGS Bricks are doing an interview, and we're gonna react to the interview. Let's go.
Today we're looking at another interview with the video when I started this I Exposed Bricks and Minifig situation. This is the first YouTuber that is not
Sorry for the noise in the background.
It's a different YouTuber. So we are going to be looking at this interview and watching it. Sorry for the noise. We're going to be looking.
I was pretty scared. I've been very stressed ever since.
And they emailed him.
Nah, dude, it's not.
And then
Did they take it? Did
then
they
he
just
got it back.
I'm with him. Was there like a gold one in there? A C3PO? Oh shoot! I'm sorry. Yeah. That was fake, by the way.
It wasn't fake.
I didn't steal it, and if I stole it, it was fake. There's a lot of stuff that behind the scenes that I've been told that I obviously can't prove. I never accused Bricks and Minifigs of anything. I just want to not get in any more trouble than I have. But the idea that you don't have the right to do it, or that you did something wrong, in my opinion, you did nothing wrong.
I guess this is a lawyer who's interviewing him.
What is up, everybody? Mark Breyer, the husband-wife law team. Say it with me, a real-life trial lawyer, here to give my thoughts more on the Salem Bricks trial. Yes, today we have an exclusive interview with Malachi of MGS Brick. This is the guy who was on the story before the story happened.
And we also reacted to
his video. You're about to find out. And by the way, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate all the calls we're getting. This is the number. We do serious injury trial work, but if you need a lawyer anywhere in the country, if we can't help you, we'll say we can't help you, or we don't know we might be able to help you, or maybe we can actually help you along the way. So if you have questions, give us a call right there. And also, you guys are subscribing in crazy numbers. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, just sharing what I did. And with roughly 250 stores in the country, it is the biggest toy aftermarket franchise in the world. Think about that. That's crazy. How many of you knew, as you've been following this story, that a company that didn't exist before COVID now has the most franchises of anyone doing anything similar in the world? Whoa. But wait, this guy said they tried to rip him off. They're overpricing items. They straight up scammed this family, stole this 83-year-old man's Lego collection, and even called the police on this guy. I go to Bricks and Minifigs, right? So this brand new Lego Star Wars clones were taken unreleased 11 days early. And then the store owner comes up to me and says, hey, you can't do that. Then cops come to my house to issue that I've been banned. Not a good start. However, remember that if you are a franchisor,
should we go into that guy who was talking in the intro?
And you've grown
like that other kid. Should we watch that interview with that guy?
Where this goes, right? Let's not just jump on the we have a few examples.
Because if you guys want to see that, you guys can put it in the comments or like or subscribe some way, shape, or form in one of our community posts. You can also do it there, where you can tell us what videos you want, what type of things, like that one in the intro, and look at other people's perspectives. And maybe if we can get enough subscribers or get enough attention, we can maybe interview one of the people who were in these situations with Bricks and Minifigs. I don't know if you guys want to see that. Make sure to like and subscribe, because I'm going to need all your help if you guys want to see all these, like if you want an interview of me interviewing one of these people, or interviewing one of these people from the situation, or if you want different videos, even I think maybe before this really got big, maybe I can deep and dive even more than I'm already deep and diving. And yeah. So let's get back to the video.
Let's see whether or not we have a pattern that would suggest
the controversy, and is not even having any customers. Like, if you notice from when we started this series and reacting and dissecting and doing all this to learn with you, or anybody who's watching this video, we've noticed that nobody's going to this place. And I have some other stuff too at the end of the video that I'll show you. Or it will be half of the video, and then we'll show you, go back to that video. Let's just go to this interview
leadership
and
and
go.
bad
If we can't get
choices,
into
or
it
whether
today,
we
we'll
just
get
have
into
some
it next time.
outliers allegedly in the system. Dense information asymmetry. Take this clone trooper, for example.
Yeah.
The normal version is worth about $100, but this seemingly identical one is worth 10 times as much just because of a slight difference in the printing. Obviously, this would be serious collectors like me and employees trained at these types of establishments. But when presented with an opportunity, do y'all do trade-ins? Yep. Will these employees be honest with you with what you bring in to sell, even if you had no clue? All right, guys, I know you want me to get going. I just want to say this really quick. Have you ever worked anywhere with other people that had the same training as you and the same management as you? Were they all as good as you? Probably not, right? So I'm just saying that while everyone who works at Bricks and Minifigs ought to know what they're doing, they may be new, they may be unmotivated, they may have something going on in their life, they may just suck at their job. So, there's a lot that could happen when someone gives the wrong number. I'm looking for a pattern that suggests corporate malfeasance or potential poor leadership. I'm here to answer this question. So here's my game plan. First, we're gonna need a disguise, and this works pretty good.
I'm gonna go into the interview because we already watched this on our channel on White Series. You can go back there if you haven't seen it yet. You can go back there and try and find it. And yeah, we're gonna look at that. I'm gonna cut to that part.
Imagine this after Watergate. We've had really good experiences with the federal government, other than the fact that this one time we found one party stealing information from another party. But other than that, we have found both parties to be really nice to us. No big deal. If you've never been, I would highly recommend checking one out if you can. Every store is different, and the experience I had in this video just represents a handful of locations. Or 4 out of 4 and 100% of the locations that I visited undercover. It doesn't represent the franchise as a whole or the many people involved who are passionate about giving customers a great experience. This video is simply documenting what happened on my visits, and I've let you watch, and now you can form your own opinion. So in my video, my 2 videos, I suspect you watched. The first one being the main one, and the second was the one talking. You broke down the emails and everything. Yeah. I never accused Bricks and Minifigs of anything. I've never said they did anything wrong or anything.
They emailed him and telling him, you can be a part of our team and we can collab. He didn't expect that offer.
He didn't accept the offer.
See why?
He didn't accept the offer and he declined because he just doesn't want to get any more controversy and all that other stuff.
And what happened to me, I presented the evidence. I didn't make any claims or anything. So I just want to talk about what happened. I know it'd be nice for the video for me to express what I think happened and stuff. I will try to give them the benefit of the doubt because nothing's provable, obviously. Yeah, I just want to not.
I just feel like Bricks and Minifigs trying to hide and keep the gold Lego he did is crazy because they just Bricks and Minifigs keep stealing and it's just so crazy to me. It blows my mind on how they could have just solved this situation, gave everybody's Legos back, and it would have been done with that. There would be no controversy. There would be no other YouTube videos about this, and the series would have probably ended. But instead, Bricks and Minifigs wants to be mean and mad and just not give the Legos back.
Get in any more trouble than I have. First of all, I do not know if you come from a family of lawyers, but primary video and the post-primary video that I saw, if someone was crafting it to make sure that no one could claim that you were stating facts or accusing anybody, they could not have done it better. You are one of the only people who ever be in on a story before the story exists. So when did you first get into Lego? Well, I've been into Lego my whole life. I got sets when I was a kid. I got it birthday, Christmas, all this stuff. But I, seriously collecting probably around 2020, the lockdown and stuff. Inside, I kind of took it more seriously because there was not much else to do. And I've kind of built up, another video on my channel, and I'm going to continue doing is the trade-ups that I've done, where the penny to the $5,000 Lego set. And that's kind of been the story of my collecting.
I think you made a new
where
video
I started out
about
with
that,
a couple sets
not a
that
few.
my parents got me. I sold them off. I bought something for cheap, sold it for more. I think I have a total of like 50 grand in Lego at the moment. It's my personal collection, and I just turned 19 2 weeks ago. So behind you, there are a bunch of completed sets. Did you put those together? Yeah, everything's put together by me, but it's not anything crazy because I just follow the instructions. It's not like something that I imagined and I made myself. But yes, everything was put together by me. I have shelves and shelves in front of me. This is like a Lego room here. This is like a third of what I have is behind me. So if people go onto your channel, there are times where you show how you went from a penny or almost nothing to things of huge value just by knowing how to make money on the trading of Lego. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I try to do everything from a viewer, like they want to relate. I want to be put into their shoes and showing that anything's kind of possible if you put in the time into it. Like you think of this crazy goal, like you can achieve it. That's what I want to communicate through my channel, hopefully in the future. Let me ask you this. What made you decide to try this 4-store undercover story into bricks and minifigs? Did something good happen? You were like, I'm going to show how amazing they are. Something bad happened. You heard stories. Like, something was the motivation. What was the motivation?
What do you think?
It's a combination of a lot of things.
I think the reason why he did it, in my opinion, we're going to see his opinion also. But what I think, like, with anybody going to any, like shop is the interest of, like, being interested in what they're selling. Like, if it's, let's say, Lego store. He's interested because he loves Legos, and then he, decides, ooh, cool. I could buy more Legos and get more things. Same thing like other businesses, you can get deals, all that. But
there was these stories before all of this happened. Like the big scandal happened a year before anything really surfaced. And I knew about it. I was looking into other things that were happening. Other things happened to my friends, like in the community. I am pretty connected with everybody, so I kind of know how a lot of the stores act and all these things. I've had bad experiences myself. When you compare this to
That's crazy how he already had bad experiences with them before all the controversy and everything like that. It just shows that, they really didn't care about their customers. They'll lowball them to the lowest and all that.
Trading card shops and stuff, they usually offer 75-80%. When it switched to Lego, now they're offering 40-50, seen in my video, 15-20% of what it's worth. And that just seems very scummy. That's why I thought to pursue it, because the notion between kind of the more hardcore Lego fans is we had this suspicion that they are operating a little not as good as they could. So I think I knew that there was something there, and that's why I originally made this video. So I'm a big fan of asking tough questions. So I'm telling you in advance, I'm going to do that because it gives you the chance to respond, right? There's two possibilities here, at least. One of the main possibilities is the people at each of these stores knew exactly what they were looking at and made the offers they made. Another possibility is, as one of the...
By the way, I'm not sponsored in anyone in this video. If you do think I'm sponsored with anyone in this specific video, I'm not. Just wanted to say that. Just wanted to get
owners of store number 3 was like, well, there's thousands of
They knew the prices and didn't want to give them the right price, or the people working there didn't know, which I'm expecting it's a little both, because there could be people that aren't actually wanting to do it or not.
Or do the deal.
People who didn't want
and you can't possibly know each one. Because another possibility is you are an expert, which, by the way, if you have traded up from a penny to $500 or $5,000, whatever crazy thing you've done, you are an expert. This has been my life, so I know anything there is to know. Right. At the moment. You know more than most people, right? You by far. Did you have the experience that you often knew more than the people buying it from you? Or generally, if they made you a bad offer, was your experience they knew they were making you a bad offer? To the degree you could tell.
They knew.
Yes.
First of all, obviously, with this whole situation, obviously, they're all different stores run by different people. They're not all going to be the same. Even though you suspect a standard, because this is known as the place to buy and sell Lego from, that's secondhand, that's stuff that's retired and stuff. So they should be held to that bar to know what you have, to make a good offer, to be knowledgeable about the thing that they specialize.
Sell it like that. If you're not giving them either the right price, you're lowballing, or you're overpricing on something that you're buying from them. It's just crazy. It's like you're not supposed to do that.
I feel like getting a good offer and knowing about it is a lot more rare than you would hope. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. And we're not recording, right?
First of all, I think it's a great way to go through life anyway.
Yeah.
To assume the best of people. And the truth is, if you assume positive intent, you're right more often than sometimes people believe, right? So, but before you did this, you had times where at least you felt that you were not getting the offer you should have gotten. If you and all your friends in the Lego community were always getting the offer they thought they should get, you're probably not motivated to give this undercover deal a shot.
No, I wouldn't invest the time that I did invest the risk that I took to do this. So there's definitely something there. It's different between stores. I've heard different ways that owners hire different employees based on, do we want employees that are knowledgeable? Do we not want employees that are knowledgeable? Some owners want to hire the cheapest labor they can get, and they don't have to know about Lego. And then other owners don't know much about Lego and are just getting into it for the money, and so they're hired. You need to hire employees that know about Lego. And owners that are in it for the money are obviously want to buy it for less, so they're going to tell the employees to do these certain things. All of it's alleged.
You just threw out something that I hadn't thought of, which that happens to me a lot, by the way. I'm not always the person to think of it, but I had looked at this as either you knew more than they did, or they knew just as much and were making an offer that they knew was arguably not enough. But there's a third possibility, at least, that you threw out there, which is, as a business model, something an owner of a bricks and minifig could do is purposely hire untrained people in Lego, purposely not train them well, so they can look through everything, buy a bunch of stuff, and later, after it's been sold to the public, now the expert